It's that time again, the 2022 Hollard Daredevil Run, and it's going to be even bigger, braver and ballsier than ever before. A race in support of cancer awareness will see thousands of men in purple speedos take to the streets in a 5-kilometer run to raise awareness about prostate and testicular cancer. A very warm welcome to Andrew Oberholzer, CEO of Prostate Cancer Foundation South Africa, to speak on the run and highlight the awareness of prostate cancer.
Hi Malwandla, and well, thank you for the opportunity, and afternoon to all your listeners and viewers.
Thank you for joining us in the studio. So jumping into it, obviously it's a big day. Everyone, thousands and thousands of men are going to be wearing purple speedos. You're not wearing yours today, I see. Yes. So I just wanted to jump into the conversation. Prostate cancer, it's typically a slow growing type of cancer in men, and it kind of has a high rate of survival. How common is prostate cancer, and what is it really?
So the prostate is one of a man's internal sex organs. It produces part of the fluid that makes up the seminal vesicles together with, the fluid that makes up the seminal fluid together with the seminal vesicles. So it's an important part of a man's internal sex organs. Prostate cancer does affect many men, particularly as they get older. So it kind of peaks around the ages of 70, but starts affecting men even in their 40s and 50s.
Okay. And I mean, some articles kind of say that there's more of a genetic link, more of a racial link. Is that really true?
So I think it's important to understand the statistics in terms of how many men are affected. So we use UK and US data. We don't have good South African data. And we reckon about 1 in 4 black guys will be affected during their lifetime, and about 1 in 8 white males. So about a 60% higher risk in black African men, and also twice as likely as white guys to die from this cancer. So it's a massive challenge within South Africa. And what's even more frightening is, unfortunately, most men presenting with prostate cancer in South Africa present when it's in an advanced stage. And at that point, we can no longer cure this cancer. We can only delay the progression. So you mentioned, I think, about the survival rates.
Sure.
So if it's caught in the early stages and we do treat it, about 98% of those guys will be alive after 5 years. If they come in and it's already advanced and spread, we call that metastatic prostate cancer, only 30% of those guys will be alive after 5 years. So it really is important to make sure that you catch this cancer in the early stages.
Sheesh. And around what ages? I mean, if you say early stages, I'm only 28, 30. How early should we start looking out for some of these symptoms in terms of trying to diagnose this?
So we don't want to wait for symptoms, because there's usually no symptoms in the early stages of the disease. That's why screening is so important. So we recommend that men start thinking about screening from the age of 40. If they're black, or they have a family history of prostate or breast cancer in a first-degree relative, or they have had a history of lower urinary tract infections. For all other men, we recommend that they consider screening from the age of about 45.
45, okay. That's interesting.
So you've got a while to go.
Yeah, so I still got a bit of time.
It is quite rare in younger guys, but unfortunately we do, particularly in black guys, see a very aggressive, fast-growing type of prostate cancer, sometimes in guys in their 40s and their 50s, and that's why we really want them to start screening at 40 so we can pick up the cancer in the early stages.
Okay, 100%. So jumping into now, you guys are obviously raising awareness about this thing. It's the Daredevil Run. I said there's 1,000 guys wearing purple speedos. I might be wearing one. I wore one 3 years ago.
Would love to have you there.
I did do the run myself 3 years ago. Why are these types of campaigns, so important?
I think it's just a fun way to actually get men to have the conversation. So men, if you combine health messaging with a fun type of event like the Daredevil, I think they're more likely to listen. And because so many thousands of men are participating, because there's so much media around the Daredevil Run, it's a great platform and opportunity for us to talk about prostate and testicular cancer, just to educate men about the disease and obviously the importance of age and risk appropriate screening. So we love the Daredevil Run, and we love the opportunity that it provides as Prostate Cancer Foundation just to get the message out there, and I think that's why it's so important.
Okay, awesome. And then obviously in closing, now guys know about this thing. They kind of obviously a bit scared. No one wants to go to the doctor and find out they have cancer. Where do men go to find out about information? Where do we go to get screened? What's the process around that?
So the screening is a simple blood test called a PSA, prostate-specific antigen blood test. Ideally, we still recommend the finger. I know men are very scared of that. If you are too scared of it, just go for the blood test at least. So you can go to a laboratory, you can go to a pharmacy clinic. There's an organization called Inova Health Institute that have men's clinics for free and do free PSA testing around the country. And just make sure that you avail yourself of the opportunity if it does come your way to go for PSA testing.
Okay, thank you very much. I really appreciate you joining us in studio, Andrew. In closing, where can guys find you on social media if they would like to reach out to the foundation and the organization to get more involved or get information?
A lot of comprehensive information on our website, prostatecancerfoundation.co.za, on our social media, our Facebook page, Prostate Cancer SA, and then our Instagram page as well, Prostate Cancer SA. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
No, thank you for joining us. I do hope men have decided to take to the streets for the 5 kilometers, be ballsy and be a daredevil, and wear the purple Speedo to do their part in raising awareness for prostate cancer.